This is Ready, Set, Reiki, a podcast about Reiki and all energy work, from the curious beginner to the seasoned master teacher, welcoming all systems, all lineages, all levels. Reiki is a journey and not a destination. And on this Ready, Set, Reiki journey, I refer to myself as a guide rather than host, as I too am traveling, learning, and supporting others on this Reiki journey as well. And with that said, I am your guide, Tracy Seawright, and this is Ready, Set, Reiki. Hello, Reiki family, Reiki blessings to you, one and all. Another journey ahead. But before we begin, I need to tell you about something, and that is the Reiki Business Collective. Now, this is a Facebook group here where you can go to share, support, and serve. Christian Stone is our fearless leader here, and it is a place where you can land. I never want you to feel alone on your journey. So no matter where you are, maybe you're not even thinking about business, it's still a great place to come and connect with others in the community. So a beautiful place, and it costs $0 to be a part of it. Even if you're just watching and observing and checking things out, whether you are liking and sharing and supporting, it is all good. I also want to invite you to the 31st annual ICRT International Reiki Retreat. Now, ICRT means the International Center of Reiki Training here. They have a retreat every year, and this is September 4th to the 7th, 2026. Now, if you sign up, I don't know if you can see this or not, because I signed up and I'm going, you are sent a beautiful, beautiful sound bowl here. And so this is the sound bowl that you get along with the little striker here. And this is sent to you. You either have your choice of a sound bowl or a beautiful meditation recording. So check that out. Now, the journey we've been waiting for. Here it is. So I'd like to invite Jessie Rudi. Now, she is a PhD. She is a Reiki master, teacher, mentor, energy practitioner, and founder of Clearly Connected Healing. And she is based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, she offers in-person and virtual energy healing sessions, along with training opportunities, community experiences designed to help people slow down, reconnect, and feel more like themselves. Now, she is especially passionate about making Reiki and energy healing feel approachable and relevant in today's world, sharing in a way that is both grounded and intuitive. Her clients often describe her sessions as a form of energetic coaching, blending intuitive insight with practical recommendations for everyday life. So one of my favorite names, because it's named after my baby girl, Jessie. Jessie, welcome to Ready, Set, Reiki.
Hi, Tracy. Thanks so much for having me on.
Beautiful, beautiful. Always love having the PhD. Kudos to that. I'm an elementary school teacher, so I catch them when they're little, right? And
Oh,
we're guiding as adults here. So beautiful. So as we begin our journey, I told our listeners just a little bit about you. So tell us about yourself.
sure. So I was born and raised in the Washington, D.C. area, actually. I moved to Minnesota about 17 years ago to get that PhD. I'm married. I have three kids between the ages of 4 and 10. And now I just get to have fun. Just following my dream of opening this energetic healing business.
Beautiful. I love that. So we're here talking about Reiki on this journey. When did Reiki come into your life? Did you find Reiki or did it find you?
Oh, 1,000% Reiki found me the summer of 2023. I was working, doing admin work actually at an integrative health clinic, and I had a coworker leave the office saying she was going to go see her Reiki acupuncture lady. And this jolt of electricity went through my body. I was like, I think I need a Reiki acupuncture lady. So can I get the contact information for that person? I'd done acupuncture before. I've always been a fan of like the traditional self-care, like massages, body work, chiropractic care, stuff like that. And I'd always been curious about Reiki. So it definitely found me. I had the experience during my first Reiki session, and the only way that I can explain it is I had this epiphany as the Reiki started flowing. I was like, is this what it feels like to be only in my own energy? Like, what the heck have I been carrying around that I feel amazing? This feels different. I feel more connected to myself. I feel more connected to source. And I was hooked. I was like, this is amazing. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. Um, And then I was seeing my Reiki master fairly regularly, and she invited me to train with her summer of 2024. It was. So I was so honored to be invited to train with her, and it just totally set me off on this journey that I'm on today.
Beautiful. And here you continue along this journey. So here you are, Reiki practitioner, you became a master, right? Mentor,
Mhm.
founder of the Clearly Connected Healing here. And as you stand here, observing what you have gone through, what are some common misconceptions that you hear about Reiki?
Yep. So I think a really common one, and you like your guests talk about this a lot, that Reiki is devil work or is not of the divine or not of God. I won't talk about that much, but that's a common one that I see. The one I want to speak about today is that a Reiki session or receiving Reiki is all rainbows and sunshine and unicorns and peace and bliss. Oftentimes, that is what a Reiki session is like, or that is what a group Reiki experience is like, that people feel very relaxed. That's the whole point of Reiki. It helps down regulate your nervous system to feel calmer. Sometimes, when that happens, we can have emotional releases, or we can have bolts of insight or clarity that can be quite upsetting. And it's never been a problem in my practice, and I just hold space for the person to have that release. But when that does happen afterwards, I have clients who are like, I thought I was just going to chill out for,
Mhm.
30, 45 minutes. And here I was like sobbing on your table. And like, that's okay, because Reiki is a pure and intelligent energy. That's what needed to happen today. So, again, most of the time it is blissful and peaceful and calming. People take a nap, like they'll have these just wonderful insights. But I think it's a misconception that it's never uncomfortable, or like that, emotions don't come up, and that the emotions that do are joy. It's like, no, sometimes it is a little bit uncomfortable. And I just guide my clients through that until that's what was supposed to happen today, and just always make sure to check in with them afterwards.
Beautiful. And I'm glad you brought that up. I have a very dear friend here that she does intuitive work, Reiki. I connected her with Azui Holy Fire, Animal Reiki, and some of her clients were calling her the crying lady. And she was like, I don't know if I like that, but and she's
It's
like, I'm not the one
true.
crying, right? It's the clients, and because they're releasing things, and people
Totally.
can do that because it's like, oh, you're thinking you're floating on a cloud, right? And it's going to be
Right.
amazing, and they're not realizing, and that's why. And you may have heard that too in your training. Have a box of tissues nearby.
Yes.
Get emotional, yeah.
And what's interesting is too, sometimes as my clients are walking through the door, they're like, I don't know, I just like feel emotional right now. Or we start doing their like, just checking in, and they're like, sorry, I'm gonna cry. I'm like, please do.
Yeah,
Please do, because this is a safe place to do that. Like, let it all out.
yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. And the Reiki is here to support both of us.
Yeah, yeah. And you might have heard, that some people believe that as soon as they sign up for that session, the Reiki starts working
Yes.
even before the appointment, right? And many
Hmm.
practitioners, masters send the Reiki to their clients on their way for safe travels with it as
Yes.
well. So, yeah. So you've had these beautiful connections that brought you to your master teacher to study. Now you are a master teacher. What has surprised you about the energy?
I think what's been most surprising to me, um, is how much Reiki has changed the way I live my life, the how I perceive what's happening in my life. Like, nothing's changed. Like, I'm still married, still have 3 kids, I still have a job. Like, so much is the same, but Reiki has really changed how I view my life. I really wasn't expecting Reiki to be this gateway that would open up this personal self discovery journey. Like, I have learned, like, I am a uber empath, like hardcore empath, and that has just made so much sense to me. I also identify with being like a highly sensitive person. I've had like an ADD diagnosis, and it's like really just set off. It's like everything in my life makes sense now,
Mm,
like, and that there's nothing wrong with me. So I think when I walked into my level 1 Reiki training, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. Like, I'm going to learn like how to do Reiki. I was not expecting the knowledge journey, the experiential journey, the wonderful people I've gotten to me. I was not expecting it to change my life the way that it has.
Isn't it amazing when you come with that open heart and open mind? It's amazing where it guides you to. Yeah,
Hmm.
I never thought day one that I just went in just to feel better. And it's just
Yep.
something you really have to experience. I mean, it's so difficult to put into words. So
Yep.
experiencing it and having that openness to follow along, and it'll take you magical places if you allow it to.
Yep.
So you're out helping individuals here, you have clients, you're growing your business. As you are going through life here, as you look back, what has been a challenge or rather a struggle that you've had faced in your own healing journey?
Hmm. I felt in the beginning that I started almost living two separate lives. Like there were places that were that seemed safe to talk about Reiki. I was so into it. I was like, this is amazing. I'm learning all this stuff. It feels great when I do it. I'm sleeping better. I'm learning about myself. I'm healing things I didn't even know need to be healed. I'm practicing on friends and family. Like those people are safe to talk to, but at my son's like basketball practices or like at church, it's like, oh no, I kind of still had a part-time job for a while, like a regular job. And I was like, oh no, like my only job is that job. And I don't do like, I don't, that's it. Like I don't do anything else. And so it was a challenge in the beginning, kind of navigating who
Mm,
is it safe to tell this to, who's going to be receptive, kind of think giving too much credit to like what people think about it and what their experiences are. And really in the last 6 months it's really come to, it's like, who cares, like this is who I am, this
yeah.
is what I do, I'm meant to be here to be helping people in this way, it makes sense to me. Really what matters is how I feel about it and how my clients feel about what I'm doing, and that I'm taking care of people well, and operating as an ethical Reiki practitioner. So
Absolutely.
that was really a challenge. I mean, for a good 6 to 9 months to a year, like living double lives or like
Mhm.
living a secret life. But I feel like I've resolved a lot of that now. And just what matters is what I think and what my clients think. And the work that I'm doing, I know is here to serve others, love others, and make the world a better place.
Beautiful. My children, they had TikTok, so they knew about it from TikTok and all of
Oh,
that. So they were like, "Yeah, we know what all that's about." So we're
oh,
good.
cool.
Yeah, so we didn't have those like conversations of, like, what is that? What are you doing? Be quiet. They're like, oh, you're like so and so. So it's all good.
Nice.
So
Nice.
when it is time for you to get an energetic tune up, what are some qualities that you look for in a Reiki practitioner?
So I look for someone who's steady, consistent, and like a lot of your guests have mentioned, like there's just like a gut intuitive response, like I need to work with this person, like this is one of my people. The other thing that's really important to me is whenever I'm doing or receiving energy work from someone else, that I feel like I have something to learn from them. Like there's something that they're doing that I want to know more about, or they have some kind of perspective or approach that I'm drawn to. And typically, when I do receive energetic tune ups, which I do regularly, it's almost like a mentoring session because I do that work too. And this is actually something I feel really passionate about. I put out a call, I think it was on the Reiki Business Collective group and another Reiki group online. As I was starting out, I wanted more experience doing virtual sessions. So I put out a call asking for feedback, reviews, just gaining experience. And it was shocking to me, Tracy, how many people after the session said, I haven't had anyone do energy work on me in years.
Wow.
Years, or even some of them said ever, like the only time they received was when they were practicing in their training. And so it's something that I really feel strongly in, that to keep myself functioning well as a provider, to be a clear channel for the Reiki, like it's really important for me to regularly see my peeps. Shout out to
Mhm.
Lacey, Molly, and Suzanne, are people that they're my mentors and
Mhm.
they help me hold space for others. And as people who hold space for others, we also need people to hold space for
Mhm.
us. So I really, if possible, feel really strongly that anybody doing this work should also experience this work if
Mhm.
they're able to.
Absolutely. And, we get burned out too. So we need to go and do that self care as well. And again, with that place with the Reiki Business Collective, you can put on there like, hey, can I practice on someone? And I've done that too, where I've traded a session for
Mhm.
reviews, things like that. So that helps you out in the world, helps build your confidence, right? Helps get a few Google reviews, right, for you.
Yep.
So it is all good. So as you have your business, master teacher, right? You're in this for long term, right? What
Yep.
advice would you give someone who is just entering spiritual work?
I would tell people just entering spiritual work to be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself. You're doing something new that, in my experience, goes against the way we've been taught. I mean, I have a PhD, I rose the ranks, I played by the rules, straight A student, like did all the right things, got the grants and the fellowships, and did research for a long time. This is different. So I would just encourage people if they feel like it's not working or why am I not getting it or why aren't clients coming, just be gentle with yourself. Take care of yourself during this process. I'm so grateful for the way that I was trained because we were also taught that as you get attuned to each level, there's a detox process that happens. And you're going through that process both when you are learning Reiki and being trained and attuned. And then I've also been told, like, when, and I've experienced this, that, and then with each course you take, you're also going to experience that detox process. Just be nice to yourself, please.
Yeah.
Um, it's also so easy to compare ourselves to other people. Like social media is great, but it's like, oh, so and so is doing this, and so, oh, maybe I should be doing this, or I'm not doing this the right way. The way you're doing it's great.
Mhm.
The way you're doing it is the way that's meant to be doing it. You have this idea or this dream or this gift for a reason, and I would lean into that. I heard recently, it's been very helpful for me that the reason that it's on your heart to do it or in your mind to do it or in your gut to do it is because on another timeline or in another lifetime, it's already been done.
Mhm.
So there's a reason that it's on your heart. Keep going. Be gentle with yourself. It's a slow race. It's not a sprint. So just be gentle with yourself is what I would tell people just starting out.
Yeah, absolutely. And if it's on your heart, you have that calling, move forward with it. I know when I began my journey, I was thinking, oh, I'll have this little space and I'll have all these little clients and everything. And it looked completely different. And I
Yep.
was teaching, and then I thought, wow, like, okay. And then this opportunity came and that opportunity came. So it looks nothing, but I asked the Reiki to show me where to go. And
Yep. I think that's such a really good point, Tracy, to hold it lightly too. Again, like going through academia and being in academia, there's steps to follow
Mhm.
and there's like ways to find people who will help you along the way. Like hold
Absolutely.
it lightly, be open to opportunities that come, people that you meet.
Yeah.
And also just really tune into your intuition and ask the Reiki and your spirit guides as well. Like, is this for me? Should I not be doing this?
Yeah.
Really lean into that because I do think we get burnt out when we say yes to things that we actually either mean no or we aren't sure about.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say, hey, can I take some time to think about it? Which for me is, hey, can I take some time to like meditate on it? Like,
Well,
ask my
sure.
guides about that.
Yeah.
So, like, to hold it lightly because you have no idea what's going to happen, which is the fun part, right?
Right. And, just asking, is this mine or the collective? Because there was a time like I had to get a space. I had to get a space. I got the space. And I was in the space for 6 months and I was doing well. But I was like quickly outgrowing it. It was a very small space. It was like 600 square feet.
Wow.
And I got 6 months in, and parking became an issue. And meaning like the Mexican restaurant next door, we're parking behind my clients, and I'm like, this
Ooh.
is working. And it was like, okay, this was not even something I would think about, like parking, right? You're just thinking, I want to get my space, and it's beautifully, right? And all these people are coming. And it was this idea of like, I think maybe it's time to go. And you didn't want people to think she failed or ran out of money or she was unsuccessful. And that wasn't the case. And I had to give the situation Reiki, and like, you
Hmm.
know what? I think there's no room for growth here. I'm having
Mm.
clients that are trapped. They're getting out of the session. There's somebody behind. We have to go into the restaurant. Who's parked behind who? And I thought, yeah, it's time to let it go. And I
Yep.
moved on, and now it looks very different. And I thought, did this come from the collective? That because everybody here is like, I got to get my space. I got to get a wellness center. Like it was like every third person I met wanted to open a wellness center or a spa. So
Hmm.
ask the Reiki, is this really mine? Or is this
Yep.
this expectation that others put on me? Because you
Yep.
can be of service online on a podcast, right?
Yep.
Going to someone's house. So yeah, not be attached to it.
Love it.
So what books do you recommend?
So, not to be dramatic, but a book that has changed my life, and I'm rereading it again now. It's hitting so differently. It's called The Confident Empath by Suzanne Worthley, who's a local author here in Minnesota. And she writes about what being an empath actually means and what that experience is like. And when I read this book, I was like, I'm not crazy. Like, this makes sense. Like, no wonder I'm experiencing different things or feeling different things and things like that. And she gives such great practical tools for how to know when something is yours and when something's not, how to cleanse your energy, what to do when you're feeling burnt out. And it's a major part of my trainings. And I feel like as Reiki practitioners, we must teach energetic hygiene and energetic protection, because you will burn out or you'll leave your Reiki practice for the day and be like, I had great sessions. Why am I feeling like garbage? So, that Confident Empath by Suzanne Worthley, I would highly recommend. And then just another book that I've read a couple times that really it's just like a great overview and it really has great tips, especially as you're starting out in Reiki. Is called The Art of Psychic Reiki by Lisa Campion. It's just a good one. Like, it's easy
Yeah.
to read. It makes sense. And that one was especially powerful for me after my level 1 training of, you know, lean into your intuition. Like, if you're getting a reason like, oh man, like I should be working on the whole body, but I'm really feeling drawn to this person's feet for whatever reason for the majority of the session, lean into that because that intuition is there for a reason. So those two books have been really helpful for me on my journey.
Beautiful. And I've been blessed to have Lisa on the Ready Set Reiki journey as well. I almost feel like there needs to be like a empathic Reiki so that you have
Yes.
training for those who have this sensitivity to help go a little deeper. You can only basically teach so much in an 8-hour training, right?
I
And
love that. I just wrote that down. Empathic Reiki.
with
Yes. Oh my
empathic
gosh.
Reiki. Oh yeah, people come up with some great names for Reiki. So yeah.
Love that.
So, what other services do you offer? Do you do classes, events, trainings?
Yep. So you covered a lot of them. I offer one-on-one healing sessions, both in person in my office here in Wayzata, Minnesota, but also online from anywhere in the world. I've done a couple sessions recently for folks on vacation. I'm like, that's genius. What a great idea.
Yeah.
I also, at this time, I'm offering level 1 and level 2 training. I typically offer one small group training about every other month at this point. And I offer those in two formats. So one is more of a traditional small group format of 3 to 5 students. And then I've also played around with one-on-one intensive, which have been phenomenal. I was trained in a small group. So at first I could not imagine doing this one-on-one. They have been so fantastic, like very deep. And then we can tailor it to what the person wants. And so they still get all the training, but there's a little bit of extra time to like, oh, well, you wanted to be doing Reiki on your pets. Like,
Mhm.
let's really delve into that. Or you're really here to do Reiki on your medically fragile child or something. Like, let's delve into Reiki for different purposes. So that's been really fun. About 1 to 2 times per month, I also offer a group opportunity to experience Reiki. So again, it's like once or twice a month, different areas of the Twin Cities. And I really like to think of those events for people who are Reiki curious. They're like, I don't know about like a whole session. I have a few coming up that are donation based because I really want to make it again accessible and approachable for people who would benefit from it. And I also see a great service in offering group Reiki is you get to meet other people who are into this. So people who are feeling isolated, like I really like this Reiki stuff, but like I don't know anybody else. It's also a great way to meet people that if they're also there, they might, be part of your people.
Right, right.
Um, I am playing around with, and I hope to be offering soon, an online group meditation and Reiki experience. And I keep having this idea that, especially as a married mom, my husband has a big job, we have 3 little kids. It's like, how do I make this as easy as possible? It can be hard to find a sitter. Is my partner going to be home? Like all this stuff. I'm like, wouldn't it be great to have like a lunch break meditation and Reiki or like a Friday afternoon? Like before you pick up the kids. So if you follow me, be on the lookout for that. I really want to take the mental load out of self-care for people who are really carrying a lot and already juggling a million schedules. And then I also have ideas for workshops and courses that I'm hoping to be coming out with maybe this summer. Like, I just had a slew of clients recently. They're like, so I'm an empath, but I like, so what do I do? Like,
Mhm.
I know this is how I operate. Reiki really helps me, but like, what do I do on a day-to-day basis? Like, I can't come see you every day. Like,
Right? Well,
so I had this idea for workshops for people who identify as empaths and also for parents that they know that their kiddos are highly
mhm.
sensitive,
Yeah,
or that they notice that their kiddos are really tuning into other energies, or they're just really affected by social situations at school. So I feel like I'm in this stage of my business. I have a million ideas,
sure.
but currently offering one-on-one sessions, group experiences, level 1 and 2 trainings, and then I have lots in the pipeline of stuff I want to be working on and putting out there.
All right, beautiful. Well, where can we find you online or in person if someone is interested in a session or service you provide?
Yep. So you can go to my website, www.clearlyconnectedhealing.com. I am the most active on Instagram. That's where I post upcoming events the most frequently. And then that kind of feeds my Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook as well, but Instagram is really where it's at. On my website, if you click on the Connect with Me tab, you can sign up for my newsletter. That's also how I get information out to folks. And you can find my email address on there. You can also fill out a little contact form if you have an idea for an offering or a collaboration, or if you have any questions. I'm always an open book, so please feel free to reach out in any way that works best for you.
Beautiful. Well, that ends our first part of our journey here. I'm going to guide you into the second part, which are questions from social media and Reiki students. So here we go. Number one, how do you juggle having a personal Reiki self-care practice with having a family?
Oh, I love this question. It is a challenge. It's a challenge when you have people relying on you, multiple schedules. So I love this question. What I think is any Reiki is better than no Reiki. And I feel so strongly, especially the month or two after you receive an attunement, Reiki every day, self Reiki every day, even if it's a 30 seconds or a minute. I wrote down some tips of like, okay, but like, how do I do Reiki on myself every day? I would say, I do self Reiki 99 out of 100 days. It's that important to me to stay grounded and connected to myself. Um, Sometimes it's my alarm goes off and it's 2 minutes before I get out of bed and I just do a little Reiki scan. Or sometimes it's as easy as like a hand on heart, like hand over the wound space, like sending Reiki to wherever my body needs it. Sometimes it's that last minute in the shower, getting ready for the day. I like think of myself like taking a Reiki shower, kind of like habit stacking. It's like I had to shower anyway, might as well do some Reiki in the shower. And sometimes it's the 10 to 15 minutes as I'm laying in bed falling asleep, I'll activate Reiki and ask Reiki to go wherever it's needed. And then as I'm able to, longer sessions between clients or longer sessions between appointments. As a mom, it's like, okay, my kid has an eye appointment at 9 and I got like this gap. And then like make use of the gap.
Mhm.
It's really easy to be like, oh, I should like run an errand or like let me scroll. It's like make use of that time. That can be a time for self Reiki as well. And if I don't get to it, if it's one of those crazy days, like I give myself grace. Like we can't be perfect. Any Reiki is better than no Reiki. And something I've been playing with recently, I learned from a local Reiki group here that I started is even just a quick Reiki, be with me. Walking into a meeting, stuck in traffic, kiddos having a tantrum, something like you can ask the Reiki to like just be with me here through this moment, or I'm about to pick up just Reiki, be with me for the rest of the day, please. Has been very helpful for me.
Right. I had a student once that said, I'm always going to forget. I'm never going to remember. So we said, set a Reiki alarm clock to ask the
Ooh,
Reiki to begin at like 9 a.m. every day. And
I
that
love
way
it.
you forget, it's already flowing.
I
Use
love
the
that.
symbol and set that little Reiki clock. So that way it begins to flow exactly like, and say like I want it to flow for 15 minutes. I want it to flow, and I always end sessions like I ask it to flow as long as you need it as well. So,
I love that.
yeah. So number 2, why is slowing down so important?
Good question. I really frame a lot of the work that I do as slowing down because as a mom, that's usually not what we're doing. And as people living in today's like Western modern society, that's not normalized. We're taught more is better, go, 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 hustle, 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 all of that. Um, I love this question because sometimes the best thing you can do for your nervous system is have a dance party when you're doing the dishes. And sometimes it can be going outside, putting your feet on the ground. Like it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna sit here still and quiet and like it's not necessarily that. But I find what's so important about slowing down is it reconnects us to ourself. And for me, it's been a reminder like I'm actually okay. Like I'm okay. Everything around me is crazy. We got tantrums, potty training, kids' basketball schedules that I goofed up. So now we're going to be, but I'm okay. So,
Mhm.
like, if I just take a beat, it's like we're all good. It's okay. I also think slowing down just reminds us who we are, reminds us, for those who are spiritually inclined, like what we're connected to. It reminds us that we are held and supported no matter what we're doing, even when it doesn't feel like it. So just having that moment of like, there's something bigger at play here that's in charge. I'm okay. Like this, that slowing down is really important to me. Um, and again, I just feel like we're living in this system, these systems that like profit from us feeling like we're not okay, that we're not pretty enough, that we're not good enough, that we're not making enough money, our house isn't big enough, our kids aren't loved enough, and they're not in enough activities. Like, here's where it's at. It's really important to just stay in tune. And then you can make what I feel is better decisions because you're in tune with your body and your intuition. Like it's totally okay to be run, run, run and go, go, go and have your kids and stuff. Like that's fine. But just being in alignment with your values, what's working for you and your family. So slowing down just helps me reconnect to that. And I see that in my clients as well. They'll get off the table and be like, oh, like that thing I've been doing, I actually don't like it.
Yeah.
Like I actually don't want to do that. Or like I've been thinking about, doing something like I actually don't want to do that. So I feel like it strengthens our intuition and our inner voice. But please do shake your booty and do and go for a run and do things that don't feel like slowing down, but actually get yourself back into your body and how you're feeling.
We have to clear the clutter of the mind. We really
Yep.
do. I mean, as soon as you wake up in the morning, it's just constant information and we lose sight
Yes.
of what we really, really want. Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
it's from the collective, wanting that big house, big car,
Yep.
trips, all those things.
Hmm.
Number 3, and many people struggle with this, they're not sure when, but how did you know you were ready to take the next step to become a Reiki master?
Yep. I think I kind of knew from after Reiki level 1, I was like, you will be doing this and you will be sharing this with others. Like, it's not an if, it's a when. So I think that was always part of my journey. Again, I'm so grateful for my Reiki master that I learned from, that she's so intentional. And I can't imagine it any other way of pacing training appropriately. Like I see like become a Reiki master in one weekend. I'm like, whoa, like don't do level 1, 2, 3 like back to back. That actually can be really detrimental and just time wise, I don't know how like literally how that would work. But there was just this inner knowing of this is something that I had to share with others. And shortly after I completed level 2 and was still practicing on friends and family, I had a dear friend come in for a session and she said, you have to do this. And I will only come back if you let me pay you. And eventually I want to learn from you how to do what you're doing because this is fantastic. So I was like, all right, well, now I kind of have to do Reiki Master. It's really been such a fantastic journey. Like, I just am so grateful that each level taught me something. And for me, Reiki Master was more about like embodying Reiki in my daily life. Like,
Mhm.
I look back and I think my cohort and I were like, so basically, the big thing you learned for us that was different is how to pass attunements and how to teach Reiki and what should be covered. And I was like, so there's no other symbols in traditional Usui Reiki, like where's all the stuff? It's like, no, it's about being Reiki. It's
Mhm.
about being a Reiki master in the world and really embodying that. So I kind of knew from the beginning, it's like, well, you kind of have to. And I also just, I really feel strongly that it's like, yeah, you can come to me regularly for sessions. Like, that's fantastic. Like, please do. But you don't need me
Mhm.
to feel better. Like, you can learn these principles on yourself. Anyone can do this. Really, anyone can do it. So I also wanted the Reiki master because it's like the more people I teach, the more people that they're giving Reiki to, and
Mhm.
then more people are receiving Reiki, and the world is a better place. So I
Yep.
think that was just always part of my journey. Like, I just knew I was going to do that at some point.
Beautiful, beautiful. So that was our last question. As we've been talking, is there something that you may have forgotten or something you want to share? The floor is yours.
Thanks, Tracy. We covered a lot. The thing that comes to mind for me to share is um, I've seen so much benefit to doing Reiki on babies and children. Um, my kids were my first clients, whether they liked it or not. I was away at level one and like for the weekend. And when I got back, they're like, so like, what'd you learn? I was like, well, you want to try it out? And they're like, yeah. Um, it has been so incredibly helpful to me as a parent and healing for my children. And I feel more connected to them because when they ask for Reiki, 99% of the time I say yes, and I learn more about them. One of my kiddos, I call it like word vomit. Like, we start the flow of Reiki, and she's like, "So and so did this to me today, and this is how what my teacher said, and then I had this for lunch, and da-da-da, and then like, this happened, and oh, mom, I feel great now. You can stop." I'm like, okay, like it's such a beautiful bonding experience that I've started offering Reiki to kids, mostly children of my clients, and because I've had several of them say, you know, my teenager would love this, or my second grader is having kind of a rough time at school, like they would love this, or my child like feels different, like they're having trouble connecting with other kids, like they would love this. So it's a service I provide. I mean, it's really to all ages, and I've been playing around a little bit with how much do I teach my kids about how to do Reiki because
Mhm.
it's helped me so much on my day-to-day life. Um, I'm in a lot of local parenting groups, and I mean, there's got to be, Tracy, like 15 posts a day of my child's being bullied and I don't know what to do about it, or my child has ADD and they're on a medication, but it's not really working and I don't really want to up the dose. Like what else is there? And I just encourage people to like to see energy healing as a possibility that might complement what you're already doing. A lot of these parents they've got a therapist, a great pediatrician, they've got chiropractors, all these, which is so fantastic. But have you considered that maybe your child is having issues with energetic boundaries?
Mhm.
Or maybe they're carrying something around that's not theirs to carry, and that's making it hard for them to sleep at night. So that's also a place where I see myself moving into of working more with children. And then I also get to thinking about the birth process. Like, that's a huge energetic change that happens from having a human inside of you to now a human outside of you. And a lot of things happen during birth. So I've worked with a few moms who are like, there's stuff that happened with my birth that I'm ready to let go. And for the life of me, I cannot let go of it. And I'm not saying that like Reiki or energy healing is the solution for that, but it really can help. I have a few clients on infertility journeys as well, and it just helps them reconnect to their body, especially if they're on different medications or they have like just millions of doctor's appointments. It's like this is a place where you can just let all of that go. So, Reiki for everyone of all ages is something that I'm really passionate about. So, if you're a parent listening and you're like, I've tried everything for my kiddo and I don't know what else, this could be something that might help or complement what you're already doing. I've seen huge benefits for my children, and I'm not going to lie. one of my kids tantrums, and I'm like, all right, let's get some Reiki flow in here for both of us. This is a tough situation. So I see so many applications for all stages of. I think that was the only thing we talked that we didn't quite touch on, but it's something that I offer and something that I'm looking to expand in the future.
All right, beautiful. And where can we find you again if we want to reach out, book a
Yep.
session, connect with you?
Awesome. My website is www.clearlyconnectedhealing.com. And I'm most active on Instagram at Clearly Connected Healing. And again, you can sign up for my newsletter and connect with me via email or on that Connect with Me tab on my website.
All right, beautiful. Well, thank you, Jessie, for taking time out of your very busy schedule to juggle enough time to be on this Ready, Set, Reiki journey with me.
Oh, thanks for having me, Tracy. It's been fun.
All right, wonderful. If you would like your question featured on Ready, Set, Reiki, reach out, www.readysetreiki.com, or check me out on social media, and perhaps your question will be featured on the podcast. I'm Tracy Seawright, and this has been Ready, Set, Reiki.